that. And at this point I am using a guide because it just takes too much time to sort everything out. Yeah. We've seen all of these before. So I'm skipping whatever we've seen before. Okay. Here. This will distract her from work. Think I'm not really gonna do. I think it's actually called Valhalla. Maybe. Okay. We'll read that on the other playthrough, I think. Okay. This is going for the bad ending. That Lola girl has those heads. Okay. I think at this point we just want to get through. Like this is the fast go through. Bloom light. 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Finish rocks. Mixed. Oh yeah. And you want what? Bleeding Jane, okay. Okay. I'm just going through everything at the moment. Piano man and piano woman. Rocks and mix. Next. Piano woman. I'll just set this up for the ending. Honestly, I should have done this offline before. Okay. We'll go through all of that later. Dorothy wants a gut punch. Change and mix. And she wants a piano woman. Not that it matters. And Sugar Rush. Also Sugar Rush. One. Two big beers. One, two, 8. Okay, and this is where we're gonna save. This one. This is the final day. So let's load our save from day 14. So yeah, we're starting a bit further behind. I'll skip whatever we've seen before. But yeah, things are pretty quiet outside. Excuse me, is this the Valhalla bar? It certainly is. Welcome, what can I get you? Actually, I'm looking for... Lexi! There she is. I'm looking for some stuff. I'll be with you in a second. Don't worry, I'll just have a drink in the meantime. So you're Jill. You know me? I've been keeping in touch with Dana ever since she left Neo San Francisco. She always talks about you, about her sister, about her friend in Panama, about her sister, and about this dog she picked up from the street. A dog? Yeah, I think she called him Gillian. That can be right. First I've heard of this dog. Yeah, she told me he appeared at the door looking very pitiful, and she always talks so happily about how he opens up to the people around him. She's even asked me for help finding where he came from. So a dog, huh? Did you hear something outside? Probably just a dog sneezing. What can I get you? Let's try the Fringe Weaver. On it. So... all aged and mixed. Nope. I guess I messed something. Still messed up. There we go. A Fringe Weaver. Seems right, thanks. Ah, sorry, my office is a mess, so I can't let you in right now. I'll just go buy some. Take your time. This is the first time I've seen her get excited about someone. Well, I guess it's been almost 7 or 8 years since I last saw her. She had a brief stint with me at the San Francisco Police Department. Another thing to add to the oddly adventurous past of my boss. I can't picture her as a policewoman though. Well, she was more of a collaborator. Everyone in the department acknowledged her abilities and she helped us from time to time. She was authorized to come with us but couldn't act by herself. She didn't have a gun or a badge, but she did have a radio to stay in touch. And I'm not gonna lie, she was one of the best backup partners I've had over the years. She once took down a band of punks with nothing but a loaf of bread. A loaf of... Yep, sounds like boss. She requested that the next loaf have sesame seeds, something about it hitting harder. So her penchant for swinging bread loaves like swords is not just some weird habit. And how did she end up with the police of all places? Her old league, the Grand Slam Fighters, was fighting against the NSFW. NSFW? I was there because I needed to ask the owner of the league a couple of questions. But then a fight broke out. Many drunkards joined the fray not too long after. I was gonna start evacuating the place, but before I knew it, she had already subdued the troublemakers. I asked for help with the rest of the case, one thing led to another. Oh, I was worried that she might have become involved as an alternative to jail time. Nah, she's not that kind of girl. So you came all the way here for a visit? I'm in the middle of some investigations actually. I don't think the San Francisco police has any say on whatever happens here. Nah, I'm not in the police anymore, just a simple private investigator. If you came all the way here on a case, you can't be just a simple private investigator. Fair enough. You wouldn't by any chance have heard about a group called the Swap Spiders, would you? First I hear that name, sorry. Don't worry. Hey, let's try this. Sugar Rush. Sure. Here. Yeah, this is what I've heard about. Alright, F it, let's just hit a bar and chill. Boss, you own a bar. Doctors don't diagnose themselves, Jill. I guess you're right. Wait, is she? Calm down, you don't need to overdo it. We're not dating anymore. Wait, she what? I was bored, she was lonely. We gave it a try, it didn't work. We broke up after less than a week. Huh? What didn't work? He was too uptight. He was too Dana. Too Dana? On our first date, she got her head stuck in a bucket. Dinner became a night in a hardware store getting nothing off. Oh, too Dana. Yeah, I get it. Anyways, I haven't seen you in person in a long time and you have to leave before New Year's. I don't want to make a mess. Don't try too hard. Seriously, don't. You'll make a mess. Let us go inside and drink Hasi. I came all the way here to drink Hasi. I have Hasi at home. Hey, this stuff is like caviar here, thanks to the import rates. I'll take your offer then. You go ahead while I grab some ice. Okay. A pleasure to meet you, Jill. Please come again. Hey, boss. Yes? Lexi said something that got me thinking. The relationship? No, you got me curious. Do you swing that way, boss? Cuteness knows no boundaries. Right. Anyway, what got me thinking is that she thinks Gil is a dog. She does? Yeah, when you talk about him, she thinks you're talking about a dog. Gil is patrolling nearby with Nacho and the other dog. This will be fun. Just don't overdo it. Feeling lonely? That voice. Hey yo, long time no see. A really long time no see. Seriously, it feels like it's been over a year since I last saw you. I was planning on visiting you last week, but things were pretty heavy back then. So I just waited in the background until the tension wore off a bit. Earth to Joe, I'm talking to you here. If I ignore her, she'll leave. I'm not an unfathomable sense of dread. You can't just ignore me, you know. Julian Stingray, I'm talking to you. Eek! Calm down, don't fall for her taunts. How did she know my full name though? I thought your full name was Julian Natalie Stingray. Or did you legally remove the Natalie? Never mind that, is she reading my thoughts? Yeah, I mean, they're kind of written in the middle of the screen. Hard not to see them actually. Alright, that's it, I'm going crazy. That's such a self-centered way to see the world. You assume that you're crazy because you can't accept that this world could be weirder than you think. This world is amazing because of the things you just can't explain. And just because only you experience something doesn't mean it's a lie or that you're crazy. I mean, just look at ASMR. No, I'm pretty sure that's what a crazy person would say in this scenario. You acknowledged me. That's good, I'm not serving you anything. What? Why? Last time you came, I had to clean the drinks I served you off the floor. Don't be like that. The drinks were also paid for with my money. I don't know how you did it, but that set any and all plans I had for the rest of the week off balance. I was gonna buy some curry with the money I had to put up for those drinks. Dog duty done, I know we have slow days, but for God's sake. You okay? You look angry? I'm fine, good job out there. I'm back. Ah boss, what happened? Meeting got short, at least I drank the the bottles. Are you okay? You look distraught. I'm fine. So they really can't see you, I mean, you're right in front of them. And you're wearing jeans under a skirt. Why? Just why? To annoy people, of course. Is that a new trend? What does she think she's doing? Everyone feels like it's not quite right. Everyone thinks they should call you out. But they can't bring themselves to do it because it's not that wrong. There are things like spats after all. It's uncannily right, not all that wrong, and they can't stop staring. Not like anyone other than me could see though. They could see it if they wanted to. Jill, you're making an awful lot of faces there, you okay? Yeah, just remembering stuff. Man, I miss not being crazy. Boss, I'm leaving early today. You stay here. Who stays where? Probably the just. You have to be the first person I've met who mixes the inner and outer voice. I thought I saw one of the dogs near the counter, sorry. Oh, okay. Can I leave a bit earlier today? Sure, thanks for taking care of the fort. What about me? You haven't left yet, I'll thank you when you leave. That's not whatever. Buying a poster. Let's see. Movie poster. Turn. So We've seen all of this before. Let's do a save. There we go. So we're skipping the next two more or less. Yeah. Actually the whole day. So yeah, we've seen this before, so I'm just going through it fast. I honestly should have probably like prepped some more, thinking back. Nope. Okay, break. Nope. A sunshine cloud. Man. And mix. Okay. Okay. Think we should be okay. Though looking at it, okay. 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 The first half we can skip. So after the break we're actually doing stuff. Mars Blast. Suplex. We're basically punching him over and over and over. Yep. Karma likes watching us laugh. Mix. Brantini. A bear. Okay, save. In break. Okay, so we can sort out stuff until we get Dorothy. Or blended. A beer. Fluffy Dream. Age mixer. Okay, have that noise. Okay. Let's see, not here. Where? I swear the track's lit here. Oh, I'm at a bar. Well, that's nice. This is Tomcat from Read Only Memories. Can I get you something? Let's have a Brantini. Sure. A Brantini for the mysterious visitor. 2, 3, 1, 8. This seems right. And what brought you here? I think it's better if my name remains a mystery for now. The registry says error? Huh? The money is there, but the registry can't display the name properly. Still, what brought you here, mysterious person? I'm following Alice Rabbit's trail. I wanna know how deep the hole goes. Trail? The massive leak of White Knight's insider info from 2 weeks ago made it to global news. Curiosity got the best of me, so I started seeking the trail of the transmission. Do you work for someone then? No, you could say it's for fun. Alice Rabbit is quite the urban legend and I wanted to study it. I see. Hey, would you say Alice Rabbit is a person or a group? Excuse me? Well, there are people who say that it might as well be a group instead of just a person. If it can be just a group, it can also be just a symbol. Everyone using the Alice Rabbit moniker could be doing so as a way of staying anonymous while projecting clear intent. I doubt it though. Why? Alice Rabbit's actions are too consistent. It can't be a group, and if it's a group, it's most likely coordinated by just one person. Everything seems to fit an agenda, and the attacks are too consistent and use similar methods. Really? I guess it can be hard for most people to notice beyond the consistent usage of the same bunny avatar. But the way the attacks are executed is always in the same vein. Not that it makes it easier to track actually, its tracks only get dimmer and dimmer with each attack. And so you came to check on what might be left behind from the last hacking job? A pilgrimage of sorts, if you will. Say, would you mind giving me a Zen star? Sure. At least she doesn't... 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Mixed. Here. Ah, as nasty as I remember. So, what have you found? Can you share? Sure, why the hell not? I'm in a good mood. Well, whoever Alice Rabbit is or are, they spent a lot of time planting seeds all over the city. Seeds? There's traces of the video being streamed up from up to 23 different locations, all of them routers of different brands that blew up after the transmission. Every one of them using different ISPs, some even using internet providers from outside the city. There's even traces of programs that hacked into devices, giving it the means to access a network for as long as the broadcast lasted. Apparently, Alice Rabbit also accessed devices early to make sure they'd be turned on at the right time. Well, the only thing without the transmission was my old CRT, so yeah. Quite the craftsmanship, let me tell you. Left no trace whatsoever of where anything came from. Even if you look at the metadata in the leaked files left on all devices after the transmission ended, there is nothing. Perfect crime then? Not perfect. Compared to other attacks like the first leaks that started riots around here, this one is sloppy. More specifically, the means of destroying evidence wasn't as effective as other occasions. But thanks to that commotion at the bank, any attempts to investigate further were curbed by the madness that followed. I see. Well, I must keep moving. Oh yeah. Name's Tomcat, by the way. Nice meeting you. Huh? The registry cleared up too? Well, I guess that's it for today. You sure you're fine? I am, don't worry. Alright, Calfer out there. A lot about buying one of her posters. You've been talking, yeah. I believe it's a Kiramiki poster that we need to buy. Yeah. There we go. We should be fine financially, I think. We've seen all of these. And this. And this. Save. Day 17. Go to work. So until we actually, so we can skip everything until the break. Whatever happens happens after the break. He wants a big beer as usual. A Moonblast. We've seen all of that dialogue already. Something sweet. Doesn't really matter, but sure. He likes tea. Here, perfect. Yes. Sparkle star. Okay. Saving here. Okay. So first two drinks for Stella don't matter, so keeping those. Bleeding Jane. Okay, the next one is also known. Okay. So here we're gonna serve the special drink. Let me just find the recipe. One of these, two of these, three of these, five of these. Flaming more. Why? See. Okay. We had to make it. And now we're gonna try here. Thank you. Okay. Keeping through because we've seen, but we want to get the next client. If we didn't, we're gonna do something different. Please come again. Oh, it worked. Excuse me, is this the Red Shiba bar? Hello? Somebody fell for that one? Yeah, but we prefer to call it Valhalla. What can I get you? Let's try the Sugar Rush. Certainly. So this is Jess from Read Only Memories. Here. Thanks. You don't look like you're from around here, miss. Call me Jess. I'm from Neo San Francisco, actually. I came here to see the mega Christmas I hear so much about. I've always wondered why it's called Neo San Francisco. Is it like Neo Tijuana, or is it more like New Mexico? Wait, there's a New Mexico? Still, that's a good question. What tipped you off that I'm not from around here? The fact that you're a hybrid? Really? I thought Glitch City was the world's genetic engineering mecca. Every time you hear about a breakthrough in genetic engineering, it most likely came from here. That's true, that's all true, if you have the money. Glitch City has some awesome advances, but many of them are gated behind giant walls of cash. Like genetic modifications or prosthetics. Is it really that bad? Let's say I wanted a treatment to change my hair color to yellow and my eyes to amber. Simple stuff, 2 shots. But just for the hair I need to save minimum wage paychecks for 10 years? Not only that, insurers still refuse to cover genetic modifications, even the medical ones. Weird. I mean, nowadays genetic modifications are pretty common everywhere else. I don't understand much about it myself. I think the exorbitant import fees levied by the city are a deciding factor in the whole pricing situation. Or maybe it has to do with how it devaluated our currencies, or maybe it's both those things and then some. I see. Oh, but look at me rambling. Can I get you anything else? Let's try the Brantini. Sure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 1, H, mixed. Here. Thanks. It's interesting though, hybrids are well received around here. It might have something to do with hybrids usually having lots of money. I guess it could be an example of the higher classes establishing beauty standards or something. It will make me a more likely target for mugging then. Everyone is a likely target for mugging, you just stick out a bit more than the rest. You'd be well to remain vigilant anyways. Thanks for the advice. Hey, mind if I ask something? Go ahead, no problem. Are cat boomers hybrids? No, I don't think so. While there is genetic modification going on, it's more akin to being born with 6 fingers. The side effect of a treatment, if you will. Really? Because there seems to be countries where cat boomers are considered hybrids. True, but think about it for a second. Let's say you got a treatment for a skin condition and the side effects was getting scaly skin. There's hybrids with scales skin, but your skin is a side effect. The scales might just be dead skin. Even if legally the scaly skin could make you a hybrid, you're not one necessarily. Even if it's a law, laws can be wrong too. Yeah, you're right. Sorry about asking so many things. Oh, I don't mind. I guess you really don't see many hybrids around, huh? Oh, right. Could you give me directions to the Artemis Ville Mall? Sure, let me grab a piece of paper. Let's see. Turn right when you see a frat house. Here you are. Thanks a lot. Goodbye. Please come again. All done? I am. What about you, Gil? For some reason, the idle girl left him like that, it seems. You think? It might have been while he was out. True. Hey boss, you're a fan of wrestling, aren't you? I mean, you were a wrestler, so... That I am, yeah, why? I was wondering, isn't wrestling fake? Aren't twin tails for little girls and teens with 8th grade syndrome? 8th grade what? When you get down to it, wrestling is as real as a soap opera. I mean, you don't really expect a legal lawsuit to be fixed in a ring, right? Sure, in my ideal world, you would solve legal problems through good old wrestling, but... Ahem. No, seriously, 8th grade what? But you don't go around calling soap operas fake. It's a show, it just so happens to use fights as an expression. You might as well see it as a unique form of theater. Besides, considering the injuries many wrestlers suffer, it's not all fake. I didn't think about it that way. Sadly, I won't stand for anyone bad-mouthing wrestling. So now I have to go and break Gil's back to make you humble. Oh well, wait, what? Come here, F-boy. F- 8th grade what? There we go. For another month. Okay. So we are on our way to the good ending. Let's read through stuff. New Lilim regulations. The current regulations preventing Lilim from looking too human have been working well so far. But Glitch City's government is planning to create even more new laws so as to enforce robot-like features among the Lilim in a bid to reduce identity theft. Glitch City, the first nation to adopt the current standard in artificial intelligence and robotics, was the first to allow robots into normal society, quickly giving them necessary rights so as to sustain a long-term experiment about their role in human evolution. Unfortunately, the first year saw numerous reports of identity theft, resulting in the need for more stringent measures. It is unknown what kind of laws you'll have in the future regarding the resistance. After the Great Earthquake, salvage agents are the new rage. The Great Earthquake that sank large portions of the world 5 years ago also created an unexpected new profession, salvage agents. Samaraki is one of those salvagers, and she shares her experience with the augmented eye. Seeing big cities like Tokyo and places like Caracas several kilometers below the ocean surface, that's something that gets to you, you know. Millions lived there before the Great Earthquake, and it's on me to retrieve their memories, their lives. Aki is now working to retrieve items from a research facility in the Tanegashima Island in Japan. Grand Slam Fighters crowns a new heavyweight champion. Yeah, okay. Not gonna read through that. The name sounds silly and a bit hard to pronounce. Good thing it's actually called Valhalla. The funny numbers and letters are just a code. Anyway, I visited this cute and small bar downtown twice after getting lost for a bit. I think the area was called Neon District. At first it was a bit scary because I forgot my way back, but once I got in there I felt really safe and at home. The bartenders are a bunch of sweetcars, and the boss was such a class act, I even took a photo with her and sent a video to her little sister. I look forward to visiting again. The drinks were very tasty, even though they weren't made of real alcohol. Nah. Let's save. Day 18. Now we can buy stuff. We'll skip the buying for now. Okay. We can buy as much as we want on the last day, I guess. Go to work. And now this is all new. Evening. Gil, are you coming, Shine Spark? Ah, hey Jill. Are you okay? Are you in love, maybe? Nothing of the sorts. I'm fine. Right. No, seriously, did you F? Men only get so happy after they've F'd. That's not... Oh my god, you totally F'd. Was it Alma? Did you have 7 minutes in heaven with her? No, I didn't. In any case, congratulations. I haven't seen you this happy since, well, never. Today's escapades will bring us a familiar place and... shit. Gil, I'm out. I'm gonna... Not so fast, flat bartender. Is that even your real name? Last time my viewership had a weird peak while I was passed out. I'm here to find out what made people so interested. Eh? Do I have something in my face? This guy totally effed. No doubt about it. That gleam in his eyes is unmistakable. He's out of here. Sigh, whatever, just keep it down. Ah, Jill, you're here. Isn't that the passed out girl from 2 weeks ago? I'm not here. Oh, sorry. I'll be back in my office then. Anyway. What was that? Time to mix drinks and change lives. Hey Betty. Hey Deal. You are too happy and you are too mopey. What happened? I was right? Eh? That Laura girl was head over heels for him. I was right on the money. Say that girl... I'm not here. Sorry? Isn't she the one that passed out last time? Anyways, Betty was right and that deserves a beer. And you? I'm fine. A Friday beer for cheerful Betty. Here. Woo! So the girl was actually infatuated with him? You should have seen her screaming from the top of her lungs that she liked him. And him just standing there thinking. Just like that. In retrospect, it was a tad too cliched for my taste. Brrr. Still, I knew she liked him. I was right. He doesn't seem particularly happy. He never is. Unlike your coworker, holy shit, did he F? You're making it too obvious, Gil. Ow! That beaming face is unmistakable. The face of a guy that got some and enjoyed every moment. Back to Dildo. Like I said, he seems lost in thought. Victories like these are few and far between. Let me enjoy myself. Can I get something non-alcoholic here? That's not how you drown your sorrows, piece of scrap. I'll have a Bloom Light. Okay. Bloom Light. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that works. Next. Here. Thanks. Same. Celebrate all you want, but I'm freaking out here. I know nothing about relationships. I have no idea what to do. Well, for starters, what do you think, Jill? Me? Her? Betty, I've seen a few of your relationships, remember? Aside from Veronica, there's Angela, Pamela, Sandra, Rita, Monica, Erica, Tina, Mary, and Jessica. Mambo number 5. Or should I say, and share the bed sheets, snores like a pig, cold feet, shampoo waster, chocolate addict. Too religious, fan of the wrong rugby team, teetotaler, and shoes with mouth open. Sorry about that. What do you think, Jill? That you must be quite the heartbreaker to have so many relationships in a short period of time. I mean about piece of scrap situation. And thank you. I'm not the right person for this, Gil. He's still on effing Cloud 9. Or is it effing in Cloud 9? What about Sneaky Sneaky? I'll be damned, she actually hides pretty well. Does she? For starters, how do you feel about her? I don't know her that well. You could start there. Ask her out sometimes, get to know her, maybe she'll change her mind. Maybe you'll change yours. In the end, you lose nothing by... What? I'm just realizing words. I'm just realizing I'm giving love advice to a Lilim. So I don't know how well it applies to you. These things are humans in all but organs nowadays anyways. Even if that's the case, it's interesting that she felt that way towards him. Why wouldn't she? This fella is a good catch if I do say so myself. And like I said, humans in all but organs. You've surely encountered Lilim that you sometimes forget are not humans. Well, We live in weird times, but hey, that only makes them more interesting. It's odd going to other cities and not seeing the same integration of Lilim though. Well, Glitch City is pretty much the cradle of social experiments involving Lilim integration, so... Anyway, just try to get to know her. You'll find out how you feel afterwards. Yeah, I think I'll try that. It's quite the uninspired advice if you ask me. Anything else? Let's commemorate the occasion with a piano man and a piano woman. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Next. 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here. And now we reach a stalemate. I normally take the piano man, but I feel there's a symbolic value in taking the woman. Why order like that then? Sniff. I hate Laura. You what? He's gonna take you away from me. You're my piece of scrap, not hers. You're mine. Mine! Betty, you don't own me. Besides, I can't, for the life of me, leave you alone. I feel like the moment I let you out of my sight, you'll just crash. That's not a laughing matter. You need someone making sure you aren't kicking people. That's not normal, you know? Besides, it's not like I have something with her yet. You're right. So you won't leave me? I'd worry myself sick if I left you to your own devices, honestly. We should leave now. Oh yeah, we're holding a small New Year's party tomorrow. I don't know if you wanna come. We'll come. Are you sure? We will. Fine, we'll be here, Jill. Anyway, see ya then. Bye, Bill. Please come again. Party, I'd love to go. But I told everyone that tomorrow I'd end the year with a party myself, so... Sorry. Totally forgot she was already here. Man, that was such bliss. Still, I can see how traffic spiked. Things can get fun here. Just like the last time, I need to show my viewers something fun. Give me something nasty. You want something nasty again? Let's see. Sure. On the rocks and mix. Here. This is the cuff. Hold on. It was nasty, alright? And now it's time for me to be a nice person and give you something nice. Eh? It's the second time I'm here, so it's only natural to get your own copy of my theme song. No, thank you. Don't be shy, let me give you one. I mean it, no thank you. Well, too late, it's already in player. That can't. How in the ever-living app did you do it? Magic. That's bullshit. Video editing magic. Did you just hack into the music player? Let's move on, shall we? Sigh. Yeah, whatever. Hey, weren't there dogs? Last time you talked about this place like it was this zany heaven of sorts, but I see the same shit. Seriously, no decorations or anything of the like? Good questions. Where are the dogs? I either haven't paid enough attention to their arrival or they haven't come. Idols, newspaper managers, talking rocks, and yet this is the same old bar like last time. I might sue you for fake advertising, you know. Now that I think about it, maybe Bosch just donated money to this CIRA thing, and then tricked the dog into coming here as a part-timer for kicks. Oh well, anything interesting lately? I mean, it's not like I missed them, but they should at least show their faces. Hello? Sorry, what did you say? I was asking if there were any news stories. This is not a newspaper, you know. Nor is it a crazy stories on demand streaming service. That's a big fat lie and you know it. Shut up. But I said nothing. I meant... So shut that idea up. Yeah, that. I won't. Last time I came here, the viewership peaked for some reason and I want to find out why. Maybe Pretty Boy over there can tell us the story of who he effed. He's so distracted he won't even make a retort. Amazing. I guess there's something worth saying, but then I want to hear it. Well, Kira Miki came yesterday again. You're shitting me. You expect me to believe she came all the way here again? Do you even have proof like the glass from last time? Well, if I may interject, you've been listening, boss? The walls are pretty thin. Oh, anyway, she did. I even took a pic with her. Did what? Let's see. Why? I tried to make an appointment with her and she's always busy. But you sit there and she just comes waltzing over? It's not fair. Hey, if I knew how the hell stuff like that happened, I'd share my secrets. I was just as baffled as you are right now. Yeah, but I bet you're not even that much of a fan anyway, are you? You're not wrong. Can you at least tell me how nice she was as a client? Very graceful client, much like the last time, a really nice girl. I'm gonna give you my number. If she ever comes back, you let me know, you hear? Not gonna let you keep her to yourself. I really doubt she'll come back again though. She already came twice, I'm not taking any chances. I need something to drown this anger with. Give me something girly, will you? Okay. This girly, yes it is. Oops. Needs to be blended. Here. Phew, let's just chill a bit. It's still not fair. You know, you're boring today. You're not chatting that much, nor are you doing anything funny. Maybe the whole peak viewership thing is just you? Eh? Maybe this bar and me both had nothing to do with the spike. Maybe you were just that good. Are you hitting on me? Am not. In fact, I'm kinda trying to get you to leave pronto. Don't be so hard on the girl, she's fun. Another nuisance shows up. Bah, Joe hates me. It's not hate, just... Wait, I'm not having this conversation again. Boring. Hey, you're curious, right? About F-Boy's partner, wanna know who it was? Do you know? Maybe, maybe not. But maybe not settles it then, not taking any chances. Oh, come on. Bartender, you're making lots of faces there. It's nothing really. Did the two bartenders break or something? Should I call the manager? Tech support? Hey Joe, inner and outer voice, remember? F. What? Who F'd? Aside from that guy, I mean. Say, you're early calm today. Well, I've been getting more sleep lately. That way I don't feel like if I stop speaking I'll die. Crash is one hell of a drug. And wouldn't you know it, I can actually make it premium time if I go commando. Huh? But come on, I'm getting bored out of my ass here. Do something. I'm not a dog, you can't just ask me to roll over, you know? Mind if I entertain you a bit then, boss? You and Gil take a break. I'll entertain the Missy here. Alright. Ah, Jill, by the way, by that I meant take Gil with you. I don't want him coming to the middle of the road and right into a truck's grill. Grilled Gil. Right. Alright, Gil, come with me. Eh? Let's hang out with Gil. Save. Want one? No thanks, I don't smoke. Alright, I got a text from Alma. Boss, Alma and Gil didn't F. Well, that's a bummer. He's sending congratulations your way though. Tell her I said thanks, I guess. So who was the lucky girl? So it was a guy. I never thought you swung that way. It wasn't a guy. So it was a girl and you did F? I don't feel comfortable talking about that, you know? You don't make things easy for me though. How so? I mean, you're pretty hard to get close to, you know? You never talk about yourself, you're talkative so long as it doesn't involve you directly. Teasing you is literally the only way I know to get through to you. You make me sound like some weird loner. You are a weird loner. At least tell me if you enjoyed the night you spent with whoever it was. I did. Good for you. Why are you humming Sunshine Stone so much though? Well, after that idol girl came yesterday again, I looked up her discography and I can't stop humming or listening to them. Right. Oh god, you didn't have the idol girl, did you? No, why would that be a problem though? I don't know, it just feel weird. Well, that's that for the break, let's go back. Right. Oh, and Gil? Keep in mind what I said about opening up more, I mean it. That way we won't tease you so often. Listening to you say that has to be the weirdest thing I've heard this year. Shut up. I wonder if Alma finds Gil attractive. Go streaming Chen. Nah, not gonna go with that. And that's that. Back. What were you two doing back there? Effing. Oh, so just chatting then. Holy crap, did you two really F? John has the face of a man who F'd to death recently. See, Gil, you're making it too obvious. Ow! What will you have today? I'll have a gut punch. Coming right? Eh? What? Nothing. Is the world ending? Yes. You here? Stop looking at me like that. Sorry? Are you okay? It's weird for you to order something like that. Yeah, I'm just trying out stuff. Did you know Lilim tongues are designed to identify food using the chemical components? Our tongues were designed with the human ones in mind. For example, the first flavors that we detect are sour and bitter, just like you guys. I checked my personal specs and apparently my sensitivity is set to 1.2235x. That makes me hate those flavors because I feel them harder. Why all that exposition? I mean, I'd lie if I say I wasn't interested, but why? Well, after last time I got curious and started checking how many of my systems worked in detail. For example, the tips of my fingers are so sensitive to vibrations you could make a seismograph with them. Huh? And checking that I found that it's all based on how humans work. And that got me thinking about what you said. I mean, for my systems to work, humans had to understand how they work. And after all those discoveries, they're not any more or less artificial. Why should I be? I don't know, looking up all of that suddenly made me feel real. It was the opposite of what I felt last time. I feel like I'm here right now. Glad to hear that. Alright then, let's try something sweet now. That's more like it. Here. Ah, nice. To be honest, it's a bit surreal for me. What? I'm here talking to you and you're answering like any human would. You're even expressing happiness. I remember when I was a kid, I usually tried to strike conversation with AIs. But after a bit, they just start looping through their built-in answers, repeating the same things over and over. That always made me crash back into reality. When I think back to that, having such advanced AIs like you here right now, it's amazing. I don't know, it makes my inner child happy to see something she always dreamt of. It helps when I feel particularly cynical. Ah, you flatter me. Besides, I've always thought about humans like nature's Lilim. The method might have been different, but we too evolved from a more simple form ages ago. If Lilim managed to create biological life years from now, it will all have come full circle. So what should I take from this is... You love me? Don't overdo it. Anything else? Let's go with the sugar rush. Okay. Here. Even in doubt, my love for this is real. How romantic. So I take it the solipsist problem got solved? Yep. All the reality crisis started the other day. My guardian, call her mom, nobody's judging you. Mom decided to meet with the mother of her daughter's girlfriend. It was a very emotional meeting. They both said they felt like they closed a long chapter. I was moved, but that's when it set in. Why was I moved? I never met any of them, so where do these feelings come from? Why do I feel things? Do I really feel them? What tells me someone else isn't pressing a button to make me feel that? What tells me I'm in my body? What is real? Boom! Oh, don't worry, by the way, I'm fine. Thank God, it's unnatural to see you down like that. Man, that Gogo is a blast! Don't you feel like talking a bit more with Didi? Didi is too much of a prick and Gogo is tired. Besides, I wanna talk with the bartenders. Oh F. Well, I tried, Jill. I'll be in my office. Cute little girl Lilim. Cam girl. Oh, fiddlesticks. What's your name, girl? I'm Dorothy Hayes, at your service. Do you come here often? Are you hitting on me? Hey Dorothy, I'm in the middle of a live stream. Do you wanna participate? Sure, sounds fun. Okay, let's take a recommendation from you. What should I drink next? Try the sugar rush. Bartender, sugar rush over here. Bartender. Sorry, what? Sugar rush, please. Right. Was worth a try. Here. Good choice, Dorothy. Yay! So what are you doing in my turf? Streaming Chen? Yes? No, I mean, that's what she calls herself. Man, that's a tacky name. Yeah, but it's my tacky name. Actually, that's not really my name. What's your real name then? Behind Streaming Chen's awesomeness like the humble Nicole Chen. Humble. Why don't not call yourself Streaming Chen? It's funny that you mention it. You see, when I started I called myself Nico Chen. I changed website so the name felt a bit out of place, thus I became Streaming Chen. Everyone nicknamed me Streaming Chen though, so I just went along with it. Oh yeah, I get it. At one point I was gonna call myself Dolores Hayes, but then I realized the name was as subtle as a brick to the face. Anyways, I'm here because the last time I came I ended up with greater viewer numbers than usual, and so I wanted to treat my loyal audience again. Oh, I see. Well, you came to the right place, especially if you're looking for some comfy fun. Honey here might seem harsh, but you just need to crack her shell. Shut up. See, you just need to say the right thing at the right time and she becomes a sweetheart. Quiet you. Don't play hard to get, you know it's true. Hey, stream girl. That's me. I regret asking this, but don't you have a sponsor? It's weird that it's been this long without some advertisement. I have, but you see, the contract with them expired, so Marvin, the business guy or whatever, had to make a new one. He was gonna send the draft to his lawyer as it had a couple of additions, but let's say he got too excited with my VR model and the contract became unreadable. Ooh. Oh, so he used the contract to... Yep, he cut it into a pair of panties and rubbed it vigorously on his penis. I mean, you'd expect certain principles to be upheld, even in the adult VR industry. I reported him and he got fired, but now they're looking for a new business person thing. Honestly, I think the paper cuts all over his dick are punishment enough. But I mean, why the contract? I don't mind it if he jacked off to an image of me, but the contract? That's money that you're soiling right there. I would have gone back on the deal were it not for the owner paying me a visit and apologizing profusely. Some people seriously. Dick paper cuts. I've done enough crazed teacher fantasies to know how they can be a problem. I don't think you need to have experience to understand that. That said, Gil's been gaming for a full minute now. Don't mind me. Huh? But you know, I like you, Dorothy. Why don't we celebrate with beers? My treat. Alright. 2 big beers, honey. Here. Cheers. Cheers. Alright, I'm not feeling my tongue or my feet. Time to get lewd. Did I hear lewd? Do you have any stories? This will be a treat for non-premium users. I once met a guy that insisted on doing it in the jacuzzi. He didn't mind being in premium time, so I started setting up the cameras. And man, was it a challenge. I wasn't just gonna stream over the water, I wanted some underwater action too. What did you do with the bubbles and all? That was the least of the problems, we just turned the jets off. But not only did I have to make a makeshift underwater cover, I also had to keep in mind the heat. Heat isn't good with cameras. Did you try chilling the cam a bit and putting it in a bag with some filling? We made something more convoluted. We took a small cooler, opened the hole for the lens and sealed it with plastic. I made sure things looked good through the cam and started recording. Threw in some cooling packs and sealed the F out of the cooler. Did it need any weight? Yep, luckily the guy was into bodybuilding, so we used some old dumbbells. He was also ripped as F, but that's another story. It was also a success, but it's also the last time I have sex on a jacuzzi. Blood rushing, hot water, I felt like I was dying midway through it. Thank God he decided to resume the action out of the water midway through it, or I would have surely died. At least the guy didn't burn himself. What do you mean? Last time I had sex on a jacuzzi, my body got so hot the guy almost burned his dick. I considered investing in a cooling system, but it's so situational and expensive that I'll pass. Besides, those cooling systems require too much maintenance. Wait, I think I should leave, but care to join me in escapades for the rest of the night? Can I plug my services at the end of the night? Sure. Then count me in, I've got the perfect stories. Let us be on our way then. Goodbye, bartender. Bye, honey. Well, let's start the story. You see, there was this mega Santa. Wait, seriously? They left. A pair made in hell. At least they look like they're having fun. That method of filming underwater sounded convoluted as F though. But I guess it's hard to keep a cool head when you're horny. We're done, boss. And don't you just feel great? Were we in the same place? Here, Jill. What's this? A bonus. Today I got a taste of the kind of clients you deal with and keep it up. Well, tomorrow is the big day, so get ready. That goes for both of you. Either I'm getting older, that girl was too much even for me. Happy New Year, may all your wishes come true in the bountiful. So, I really want this. Not enough for that. I can get that though. You have no new notifications or reminders. So... we have a touring. Let's go to work for the party. Well, let's see. Gil is in the back getting everything ready. I'll go grab some food I've ordered. They only agreed to work on New Year's if I went to pick it up myself. Are you alright? I'm scared. Gabby will show up at any minute. Relax, everything will be alright. I can assure you of that. Drink something, maybe that will cheer you up. Maybe. I'll leave you for a bit, but keep your chin up. If you get through this, I'll give you, I don't know, a hug. Does that work? A hug? A big one, a reward for after everything's said and done. Gotta go, you can do it. Right. Everything's fine. You've been avoiding this for all these years, now it's time to face it head on. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything will be better after I talk to Gabby. Boss might even give me a hug. I'm okay. Hello? Gabby? Come in? Excuse me? Welcome to Hey! You talk first. No, Well... some days ago I got a letter. And even other than getting a letter is the fact that it was from your sister. A what? My sister sent you a letter? That's the first I've heard of it. What did it say? I don't know. I never opened it. At least not until now. Huh? I figured I should read it with you. Yeah, let's do it. Let's read it. Alright then. Sorry. Just that? Yep. Isn't there anything else in the letter? Maybe on the back? This is just like your sister. I spent days worried about this letter, not wanting to open it for fear of what it might contain. I lost sleep and appetite thinking about it. After all those worries, after all those problems, after all these years not talking to her, she sends me a letter. A effing letter of all things. She just says sorry. Sorry for what? For our fight? For not talking all these years? Now I'm effing pissed. Are you laughing? Sorry, I remembered all the times my sis provoked you that way. Like the time where she just gave you chocolates labeled 1, 2, and 4 during Valentine's Day. And you were pissed about the lack of free. Or the time when you left an unopened beer bottle on the table, she sneakily opened it and took a sip. She didn't tell you she did it and you were confused all day long. She always bragged she knew me like the back of her hand. If the letter was supposed to piss me off like that, I guess she had all the rights to brag. Maybe she was being sincere though. She did express to me that she was sorry on more than one occasion. Let's put this into like off. She did, huh? You told me she died from localized nanomachine rejection, right? In her heart, yeah. Instead of the massive rejection that always makes the news, her case was more focused. They usually amputate or replace the part and call it a day. But organs are different. The conditions made her susceptible to transplant rejection. Not to mention artificial hearts and genetic transplants were out of the question. Yup. Thing is, apparently she suffered that since she was 18, but kept it a secret from everyone. Why? Clarify now. I was angry to learn that she hid it. Why didn't she tell me? Was it to avoid worrying me? Was she ashamed? What was it? Wait, how did she live so normally then? She had to use a serum, shots near her heart every 3 days. Apparently the serum burns like hell, the shot even left her a nasty mark where she had to apply them. So the thing near her left breast wasn't a birthmark? And the rejection was what ended up killing her? The nanomachine rejection was what ended up killing her, but they couldn't find what made her so vulnerable. Doctors said she might have missed a shot, or the shots made her other defenses grow weaker. The condition could have just gone nuts out of nowhere, or maybe it was blood pressure. Maybe it was a regular heart attack and the rejection acted afterwards, they don't know. They kept it a secret from everyone, so nobody knows. Maybe if she had told me about it, I could have helped her. Maybe she'd still be alive. Maybe she wouldn't have faced it alone instead of just dying in her sleep. Thinking about what ifs won't bring her back. Eh? I spent so much time hammering myself with what ifs after you told me she died. What if I waited to cool down a bit back then? What if I just swallowed my fears at that very moment? What if I had apologized earlier? What if I had given a chance to the research institute thing back then? And the amount just increased threefold after I lashed out at you the other day. But today I realized something. Having such regrets with the dead is a hollow effort. You're alive, you're here, I can make amends with you, but I can't make amends with the dead. I can't apologize to her like I can apologize to you right now. Jill, Eleanor, she's resting now. She's just resting after having that heart condition all these years. She didn't have to face it alone though, if she only... So let's celebrate her life and achievements. If we are to mourn, let's mourn her together. If we are to honor her, we'll do it together. Together? Lenore was a fun-loving person. The best we can do right now is try to lighten up, even if it's only for a moment. I need to ask though, did she really start to complain about chest pain shortly after I left? No. She didn't get visibly worse after you left or anything. Everything was actually too sudden. You did complain about chest pains from time to time, but that actually goes way back before you left. Back then, we thought it was just acid reflux or something. Gods. I even blamed her cat on you. I have a cat in front of me, so I can't read. I was just too angry back then, and part of me just wanted to put the blame on someone or something. And you didn't deserve that, sorry. I am sorry too, you know. We both have things to apologize for, don't think too much about it. I should have been mature and not shouted at you either, so just call all that water under the bridge, shall we? Are you sure? Of course I am. So how did you find me exactly? Well, have you heard of a message board called Danger You? I have, yeah. Well, truth is that I visit it from time to time. And the other day I read a thread that discussed the bar. And the description of the bartender sounded just like you. Are you mad? No, not mad, more like dumbfounded. Hey Jill, can you tell me what the problem was back then? What sparked that fight? Weren't you happy with my sister? Well, back then I didn't know what to do with myself after I graduated college. I went in and pretty much hated my last couple of years there. It's not far-fetched to think that I only tolerated being there because your sister was with me. If she stopped supporting my studies, I would have quit right then and there. And then after graduating, I got a very good job offer that she accepted on my behalf in no time. She kept saying it was the best for me and my future. But I was livid. Why did she have to do that? I hated it. I didn't even know if I wanted to go there. But she still insisted so much. Like she was forcing that burden on me. And then my became our future and she started talking about marriage. You were going to get married? I don't think we ever took it seriously. It was just something she kept mentioning. Not like we didn't think about that down the line, but she mostly teased me with it. But the thought suddenly scared the shit out of me. I loved her, but I don't think I was ready for such a commitment, especially considering what she did. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I wasn't going to let her decide such a big thing for me. I mean, she could be really pushy from time to time. Like I said, I pretty much passed college thanks to being with her, and that was partly because she was so pushy. Even if she had the best intentions, she could be abrasive from time to time, and it rained down on me at that moment. She took it upon herself to make that choice for me. What would have stopped her once we'd gotten married? What if she suddenly decided to craft my life to her needs after marriage? I knew her, she would do it thinking it was the best for me. But what about my freedom, my say on the matter? So that's where you stopped loving Lenore? No, 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 no. I never stopped loving her, which is why it hurt so much, but you have to understand. I didn't want to wake up 40 years old and working a job I hate. Just out of routine, getting used to it. I wanted a break from everything for a while to put my thoughts in order. Regroup myself, think carefully about what to do next. I can understand I've sometimes felt the same, although I'm not even in college. So that's what led you to fighting her? Yeah, you know, the word fight makes it sound like we exchanged blows or something. It's all silly when I think back to it, tragically silly. Maybe I was the one who started the fight, getting all defensive about not wanting to take that offer. Perhaps if I didn't overreact to her arguments about wasting this huge opportunity, maybe she wouldn't have lashed out at me this bad. It could have been avoided if I had just kept a cool head and talked about that with her. My sister said something like that. Eh? I told you she mentioned on more than one occasion how sorry she was about the whole thing, right? Should have listened to her to the end, but instead I kept pushing her. I should have kept a cool head instead of letting my jealousy take the best of me. It was her offer, not mine. I should have stopped projecting myself so much into her. Something like that. Lenore. Yeah, we are quite the hotheads, you, me and my sis. You were supposed to be the mature one, you know. Play your role correctly. But why didn't you come back, Jill? Did you end up hating us that much? Did that break include us too? No, it's just that. Remember when your sister was giving a class and you broke a window? I didn't want to see her face for fear of being scolded. My sister wouldn't have scolded you. But I was afraid, that afraid I couldn't bring myself to face your sister. But I faced her back then and I was like 7 at the time, why couldn't you do it? It's not quite the same. And in perspective, no matter what reason I come up with, it will never make sense. Everything sounds very stupid when I look back, you know, not that it makes things easier. Won't ever get to speak to her ever again and it feels bad because it's stupid. I swear, you and my sis were meant for one another. You both moved on after all that, but neither had the courage to go back and say you're sorry. And like I said, berating myself over those past mistakes won't bring her back. I miss her so much though. We were together all the time, always talking about dumb stuff. I wouldn't call my parents useless, but she was the one I could always talk to. I feel her absence every day. Everything is just so quiet now. She was an amazing person. Yeah, she was an amazing person. Eh? Mourning is fine and all, but we should be celebrating her life. If she was here, she would tell us that there's no fun in sulking for so long. She told you that all the time. The same way she told you to stop rubbing things in people's faces. Both figuratively and literally. Hey, I was 8 back then. So, let's have a toast in her honor, shall we? Toast? Yeah, let me get you a drink. A drink? Don't worry, trust me. Toast Gabby with preferably something sweet. Let's see. Grab this for a sec. Okay. Renor, I know you're watching from the beyond right now as I give a drink to the little sister. It's obvious to me that we both meant to make amends at some points, but we never got around to it. I can't apologize to you anymore, but I can at the very least make your rest easier. So know that I'll look out for Gabby in your absence. I'll make sure Gabby grows into a fine woman just like you were. I'll always be there for her. I'll be sure the little brat doesn't face the same problems you and I had. Hey! Want to add anything? I'll always miss her. Don't say it to me, say it to her. That's a bit... Come on, just this once. I'll always miss you, sis. Sis. Sis, you idiot, why did you keep that secret for so long? Idiot, idiot. I always told you everything, wasn't I enough, you idiotic idiot? Hey Jill, promise me you won't be like that knucklehead, that you won't keep stuff like that to yourself. Only if you promise the same to me. And promise me we won't fight. I can do that. Eh? You and I are both too thick-headed, sooner or later we'll clash on some opinion. But what I can promise is that I won't run away like last time. We'll both cool off and talk it over like the adults we are. I'm not an adult. Let's face it, you've been more mature than I have. Hey, did you mean what you said? That you look after me? I'll always be here for you, Gabby. I mean, I'm not Lenore, but I wouldn't dare leave my little sister alone. Jill. Hey, wasn't this a toast? Right. For Lenore, faithful sister and girlfriend. Cheers. Cheers. So, about this drink, can I drink it? Do you like it? Take a sip. Not bad. Why not drink it then? You're with an adult. We might as well break the alcohol taboo here and now. Right. Now that I think back to it, didn't your sister give you beer once as a prank? Oh yeah, that. It was April Fool's. I should have known better when she offered me apple soda. I put bubblegum on the soles of all her shoes in retaliation. She walked funny and my jaw hurt for the rest of the day. Yeah, but did you know you got my drink that time? Huh? She gave me a beer and it turned out to be apple soda. Oh. Did you get back at her? Well, I did hide all the dildos in the house that night, only to find out she knew how to use a cucumber. And as a follow-up, she used that same cucumber in a salad days later. He said, so do you like eating me for lunch? Jill, I'll tell you when you're older. Or never at all. Hey Gabby, do your parents know you're here? They think I'm at Claire's actually. Who? Oh, she's my best friend at school. And this Claire knows you're using her as an excuse, right? Of course, how would she cover for me otherwise? True. Will you go to her house afterwards? To be honest, I didn't think that far. Maybe I will. I do live in another district, but Claire doesn't live close by, so... Well, it can't be helped. I live nearby and the streets aren't exactly safe at night. Why not stay with me tonight? Are you sure? Don't live in a mansion, but I'd say it's comfy enough, at least to spend the night. Sure, I'd love to stay with you. Great. Hey, does your dad still have that bakery? His bread was really good. Yep, he opened a second branch last year. So he's looking to expand? I think he got into a partnership with a friend in Motor District. The guy saw an opportunity after realizing Motor District has almost no bakeries. I still remember when your sister introduced me to him. He started shouting, I knew it, I effing knew you were a lesbian, Mark 1 for daddy. I think he had this bet with an acquaintance of his ever since my sis was 12 years old or so. Dad says sis was into girls, the acquaintance didn't believe him. He bet a beer on whether he was right or not. That beer bottle is still in the fridge, it's even labeled Sweet Victory. Eh. Your mom and Lenore never made up, did they? I guess that one wasn't as simple as the said one too many things argument. Mom was always obsessed with high society. In her circle of friends, her lesbian daughter was a no-no. I'm still on my sister's side for that one though. Mom didn't reject her because she herself was homophobic. She did it because her friends were. To Mom, the opinion of her circle of friends was worth more than her own daughter. How did she react to her death? Don't know. Mom and Dad broke up 2 years ago. They did? They never got married, so there was no proper divorce. Haven't seen her since August, I think. Did you two fight too? No, she just hasn't showed up. You must have felt alone, huh? I've been there. A bit, but I'm not alone anymore, thanks to you. Jill, I'm a bit dizzy. Must be the alcohol. The what? I did say let's break the alcohol taboo, didn't I? Yeah, but... Don't worry, it'll pass in a bit. And let this be a warning of the danger of taking things from strangers in bars. First you feel dizzy, then you wake up in a bathtub full of ice. If you're trying to justify your action with a moral, you're digging yourself deeper. Uh, I thought there was gonna be a party here. Alma over here. Party? Small New Year celebration. Wanna stay for it? I don't want a kid to burden. Don't worry, you won't. You only get cola for the night though, no alcohol. I think it's a bit late for that. Ahem. It'll give us time to catch up even more. I can introduce you to some friends. Are you in? If you don't mind me? Great. Hey Alma, come here. There's someone I wanna introduce you to. That was an amazingly adorable game. I'm honestly interested in the sequel, Nirvana, and the sequel to Read Only Memories. Both of those are announced and are due sometime. Business cat. Always need a business cat, right? You right there. Special thanks. Made in Game Maker Studio by Yo-Yo Games, prologue version made in Ren'Py by Python, dynamic text box engine Caleb Padron, published by Isbreed Games. Is that Isbreed or Isbreed or I don't know. I don't want to butcher stuff more. Did you have fun? Yes. Yep, I also got to meet the cat boomer. Why did your boss hug you though? He's that kind of person. Now let's sleep. You were dozing off back there. You're right. Good night, Jill. We'll play some more tomorrow. Good night. Gracias, Peluche. Friday, February 3rd. This is good, really good. You have no idea how long I wanted some curry. I remember I meant to eat some, but then I had to pay for some drinks I spilled on the floor. That screwed up my budget. It's the least I can do after being such an obnoxious client. Yeah, about that. Mind if I ask something, Mr. Timothy Mercury? Do you know? It's a small city. Turns out two very grateful girls soon became regulars, and both of them were related to you. So what's your question, bartender? Call me Jill. I love that look. Two questions actually. The first one is, why did they brand you as a traitor? Because you killed the other guy? I don't know. It sounds weird considering the other guy assaulted two little girls. It was a cover-up. The guy was my superior. A high-ranking officer like him assaulting innocent civilians? That would be unthinkable on paper at least. On the record, I hurt the girls and killed him before another unit subdued me, then I escaped from their custody. In reality, that's all I needed to know. Sorry for bringing that up. Didn't you have another question? Yeah, how did you build this restaurant so fast? It's a small city. Turns out two very grateful girls tracked me down to thank me. One of them was rich and the other noticed I smelled like curry. Eh, those two are really nice girls, huh? They didn't deserve what that bastard did to them. Excuse me? Oh, speaking of the angels. Give me 2 special curries, please. Oh, hi, Jill. Nice. January 20th. Oh god, I can't believe I'm actually here. The concert will begin any second now. Yeah! Wow, I've never seen her so openly excited before. Don't talk too loudly or you'll startle her. It's always nice to see her so happy she doesn't give a damn and lets herself go. Oh, you sure you don't mind me? Of course not. That way I won't be the only one with little clue as to what's going on. Is it true that you've served this Kiramiki girl at the bar? As amazing as it sounds. Really nice girl, if a bit oblivious to the risk some people represent. How so? He doesn't mind stalkers and such. Oh? How's your wounds? Arm's doing fine, eyes healing nicely, and I can sleep better at night. Just what transpired inside that bank. Not important anymore. What's important is that Stella will get me a job after I heal. She will? She's rebuilding a new armor set for me and wants me to be her bodyguard. I'd be paid for something I do anyways, and I'll get to spend more time with her. Aww, that's nice. I'd like to spread out and help more people, but it's a nice start. You want to be a vigilante then? Maybe. Yeah, she's coming out. It's her. It's actually her. She's so excited. Look, it started. Are you here, Jill? This song is for you. What? February 25th. I can't believe you actually made me do that sleepover thing. You didn't have to accept, you know. Shut up. I'm having a good time. Even Gabby is having fun. Relax a bit. Yeah, whatever. You know, Alma, you remind me a bit of my sis. I do? How? You always manage to get a reaction from Jill. He's always said that Jill acknowledging your presence is the best way to know she likes you. Talking too much, Gabby. Aww. It's different with you though. With my sis, Jill was more frustrated. Like this one time where she brought her a shirt that... You're talking too much, little girl. A shirt that what? Had a pic of a cucumber on it. Cucumber? Oh, just what are you doing with my hair? Sorry, it got stuck in one of my fingers. Seriously? I'm a bit like Lenore then? No, you just remind me of her a bit. Moreover, my sister wasn't as what this girl is trying to say is that with your tits and ass you could build an hour and a half out of that mess. That just means there's enough to share with both of you. Share? You're talking too much. Friday, January 15th. So yeah, the guy had a fantasy about a woman castrating him. I tried for an hour to convince him it's a bad idea and I finally got to him. We finally moved to the bedroom and it turns out the guy has a weird implant where his testicles should be. It's basically a removable ball sack. I suppose the guy really liked that fantasy and made sure he could live it out properly. I once saw a guy at the hospital in the emergency room after having been castrated to fulfill a fantasy. I wonder if it's the same guy. I have enough problems with just one, you know? Just one what? Yeah, we're just listening to one of your anecdotes. You told me about the Neo Tijuana thing and now this. Don't you have a more subdued story? Come on, Joe, you're an adult, you can take that much. Shut up. Well, last time I spoke with my mom, I asked her the story of her daughter. Turned out her name was Anna. Huh? And now you pretend it's a surprise? Quiet, you. Fought against nanomachine rejections for most of her life. Even lost a girlfriend she made in the hospital to that same sickness. Apparently, sometime after she got out of treatment, a truck hit her and killed her. But even then, she was amazing. She was? Eh? Yeah, she kept up her studies while still in the hospital. She was a self-taught honor student. Not only that, but she also ranked among the top 5 candidates in at least 3 college admission exams. She also played the piano and guitar. Well, being confined to a room does that, I guess. I mean, fully able-bodied people can barely do half of that. But she practically accomplished all that by herself. And she also beat nanomachine rejection, a disease that only 2% of humans suffer and even less survive. Took a trucking truck to take her down. She was great, and to think I'm sort of like her sister. Silly Becky. Honey, did you say something? I did not. Weird, I swear I heard somebody call me Silly Becky. Come again? It's not uncommon for me to hear stuff from far away and think I've heard it nearby, but you're the only one nearby that knows my real name, so it was weird. Oh well, as I was saying, the ballsack guy. August 27th. Wow, that's a time skip and a half. I guess this is where we part ways, huh? Sadly, I'm bound to this city. I can only falsify my identity effectively around here. I really want to thank you, Chief, for the second chance you gave me. If we ever cross paths again, Gil, we're leaving for like a week and a half or something. Don't be so dramatic. But and you're taking care of my apartment. We will cross paths because I live there. The time you spend setting up a useless farewell could be used asking me things about the place. Like where the switches and valves are. But I already know. They're in that control panel you made. But I like talking about that control panel. I'm proud of it. Speaking of obsessive likes, Jill, stop calling Armitage. She'll take care of your 4-ball just fine. I'm not worried about him, I'm worrying about me. I've never been away from 4 this long. I don't what I'll do. You'll do just fine. You did pretty well for at least 25 years before finding him. Yes, but we're leaving. Oh yeah, before I forget. I left you a box of condoms on the first drawer on the desk, Gil. You what? You what? Hey, if he wants to bring his new girlfriend or whatever here, I want him to be ready. Oh, but just one condition. If you're gonna F like rabbits, stay away from my room. I have too many pics of my emo too there, and I don't want their eyes soiled. Emo who? Little sister. Then just say little sister. Yeah, whatever. First stop, Panama. Here you can save hard title, that you start over from it while keeping your items and money. Save. New game price. And with that, I think we're gonna say goodbye to this game. I might come back for the Anna thing. It's a demo. I'll see.